All right, I'm going to do the opening, and I'm going to throw it right to you, and you're going to be so excited to be here. You ready?
Should I turn the coffee maker off?
It should be okay.
Okay.
It just growls every once in a while.
It's like my stomach.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Beyond the Cove podcast. We have a special guest with us, Lacey. Welcome to the podcast.
So excited to be here.
She is so nervous right now.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
This is not my norm.
That's okay.
What, in front of a microphone? That is exactly what your norm is.
Not sitting and talking, I guess, in front of a microphone.
You can do it. You're going to do great.
If I just start singing.
Tell us who you are, what you do here, and how long you've been here at Fruit Cove for some people that may not know.
Okay, so my name is Lacey, and I've been involved in worship since 2016 here at the church. The first year, the first year that I was here, first year and a half actually, I tried to get into kids men to do worship. They didn't need anybody.
Yeah.
So I just did lyrics for a year and a half until the whole system went out, kind of like this past Sunday. And our pastor at the time, Cade, was like, I don't know what we're going to do. We don't have anything for the kids because everything was like streaming.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've got my guitar in the car, and I came in and I played 3 songs for like 30 minutes, and I kept doing them, and we would do different motions. And he was like, can you come do that next week? And I was like, I would love to. And that's how it started.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's been your most favorite moment? That's really bad English, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
your favorite moment over 10 years.
That's a tough one because I've had a lot of favorite moments. That was one of them, actually, because I felt like I prepared for this.
Yeah.
Like even
This
in
is the
the
moment
waiting,
I hoped for so long.
Even in the waiting, like I had been practicing songs, I had some memorized, and I had actually read a Bible study when I was doing that year and a half of ding, ding, ding. And I felt like, there's more. Like I feel like I have more. I had done a little devotional Bible study thing that talked about just actively waiting.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to wait for somebody to tell me that I'm a worship leader again, because I came from a church where I was full-time doing worship.
Yeah.
To here, had kids, took a few years off. And when I came back in, I was like waiting for somebody to tell me, you're a worship leader again. And I felt like the Lord told me, don't wait for that. Like, you are a worship leader. Like, just be ready.
That's very cool.
So that was what I did for that year and a half. I just practiced songs, and then when the time came, it was really fun.
That's awesome.
That was probably one of my favorite moments. On the spot, I can't think of like certain other moments, except for just funny moments with our worship team.
Which are what?
Well, like the first week after our last pastor left, I came in for rehearsal, and I sort of knew the team. We had just gone on an Italy mission trip, and they realized how goofy I was. And so when I came in, when I came in to lead the first rehearsal after Italy.
So this is when you were the interim leader.
Yes, This was the first Wednesday of rehearsal. I was super nervous. I don't think I slept the night before because I was just like, do I know what I'm doing? And Brian was like, yeah, it's a lot different than where you were, like in the overflow service. So just be really prepared. I'm just like, okay, that's kind of vague. So, I tried to be really prepared, and it was like everything went wrong. And I remember looking over, and I had just met Kathy for the week she had gone to Italy with us. And she was like, like about halfway through the practice, and I was like, this is not going well. But they were so gracious. And I think it was like 6 weeks later, Kathy was like, yeah, we didn't know how this was going to go, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah.
I mean, it's a sweet encourager.
It is.
I know. So we got to grow a lot together. So there were a lot of weeks where I got to know people.
Yeah.
I learned how to lead them. They taught me a lot of things. I mean, and in a lot of respects, they led the rehearsals as much as I did.
Sure.
I had to lean on people who knew more than I did about this or about that. And it really kind of made like me feel like part of a family.
Yeah.
So
if you had to, and we're going to go into some rapid fire questions here in a second, but do that face again.
He just zoomed in on the camera.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. If you had to choose one style of worshiping Jesus with your hands, what would it be? Yes. Would it be the fish was this big? The fish was this big? The touchdown?
Okay.
Or the one hand?
Oh, one hand.
Okay.
100% the one hand. But it has to be my left hand.
So that one's called the high five.
Yeah. Well,
why the one hand? That's my answer, but why do you say the one hand?
Because you got to hold the microphone.
Yeah, I got to hold the microphone with the right hand.
There you go.
Okay.
But like even when I worship like in the congregation, I find myself grabbing the pew in front of me in one hand.
Really?
Yeah. And sometimes I have to remind myself I have two hands. Like I can do more.
Okay, what would be yours?
It's so funny. Well, mine, like, was it Tim Hawkins who did the video and all the different positions? Like, I didn't put words to him until I caught myself doing it the very next time after. I'm like, I start laughing in the middle of worship because I do the one hand and the heartburn.
Oh man,
that's good. Maybe I'll try that next time. Yeah.
So I do the heartburn too. I do both, and sometimes I'll switch. And if it's really good, then it'll be touchdown.
Or surrender.
When do you do the holding the TV?
This is the TV.
Yeah.
So
the TV.
This one's good too, though.
This is the big screen. This is the college dorm.
Yeah. Okay, I do the college dorm.
What was it? He said if you do this one, it's like Mufasa holding the baby. Simba. Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. All right,
I wish the people that are joining us this week are watching it. I really hope you're watching and seeing all the hand motions.
I think majority of people are watching. So that's good.
If not, you just got to try to envision all of the different ways that people use their hands in worship.
It's really good.
We're going to get into some Mother's Day stuff and kind of do a recap of the sermon, but here's some rapid fire for Lacey VanDoran.
All
right. Come on.
You ready? Coffee or energy drink?
Oh, coffee.
Okay. Which coffee? Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks.
Hymn or modern worship? Ooh.
Oh, that's a toughie.
Just say
or
yes.
Modern hymn.
There you go.
Modern worship, I guess.
Okay. In-ear monitors or floor wedges?
In-ear monitors.
Favorite worship song?
What does that mean?
Favorite worship song?
Worship song. Okay.
If you say White Flag, I'm leaving right now.
No. It's actually not a worship song that we do here, but it is called Slow Me Down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
That's by Porter's Gate.
Okay.
It's really good. It's like been my favorite for like years. And when I get to the point where I feel so overwhelmingly busy, I listen to it and it's just like.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know this song.
I don't either.
Oh, y'all should listen to it.
We're going to listen to it.
Are you ever overwhelmed and you feel too busy?
I feel like she's going to have to sing this for us now. I don't get it.
I'm not going to sing it right now.
Just here's a guitar.
I see a few hanging on the walls. I'm sure we can figure this out.
If worship ministry had a mascot, what would it be?
A lion. Come on. It has to be a lion.
Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. Click track or no click track?
Click track.
Okay.
I don't know how y'all do that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Again, intro 2, 3, 4.
If you would have asked me 3 years ago, I would have said no click track.
Yeah.
But
I'm mixed on that one too.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, you were raised by charismatics when it came to worship leadership, so I don't know how you'll
If you go to Lee University, they have clicks, but they'll just turn them off. Yeah, we're done with that. What is one worship song that you could lead forever? If you had to choose one, not necessarily that you is your favorite, but you feel like, man, I could lead this song forever.
Probably. Oh my gosh, I can think of the song. I just can't think of the name of the song. Oh my gosh, it's a
hymn it for us, Wolf.
Why can I not think of the name of the song? I've led it like 1,000 times. Everybody has.
Because you're on the spot.
We can come back to it.
Yeah.
All right, this one's big.
Okay.
In the worship area of
oh, wait,
clothing.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Wait, it's I Love You, Lord. What's that one called?
Oh, your mercy never failed me.
Why? I've led
all
it.
my days.
Come on,
Goodness of God.
There it is.
Yeah.
That one.
That's a good one. That is a great song. CeCe Winans. Okay, in the aspect of Sunday morning worship and what to wear on the platform. Are you going with the choir robe era or the skinny jeans era?
Skinny jeans. I don't like them.
Are those the only choices?
I know. I'm like, there's no in between here. Like,
or the big oversized suits.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd still go skinny jeans.
Okay, favorite fast food fries. Not just fast food, but fast
McDonald's.
food fries. Ooh. Okay, what would you say?
Firehouse subs.
Those are good.
They changed my perspective on fries recently.
Yeah, but I've had them. They're fine.
Oh, with the dip?
They're no McDonald's. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Firehouse subs, they eclipse McDonald's.
But here's how you have to order at McDonald's. You have to get them with no salt. Then they make them fresh. And then you ask for salt on the side. Yeah. And then they give you a look when you ask for salt on the side. And you get at the window, they're like,
didn't you just say no salt? Yeah, I did. But
because you force them to make them fresh by asking for no salt.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Wow.
And they're so good.
Is that manipulation? What do it? Is that? Is that just
a strategic tactic to get hot,
there it is.
Hot fries.
There it is.
Yeah.
Strategery.
If you weren't in worship ministry, where would you be serving in the church?
Youth.
Okay.
And not kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not kids.
No. I mean, I love kids. I have kids. But I feel like I'm more drawn to like the older students.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, last one. Best excuse a volunteer has ever given for missing rehearsal.
Bonus points if they're still in our church. And they're gonna hear this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the no excuse is the worst excuse.
Okay, well, let's flip it. What's the best excuse you've given for missing rehearsal? She's not going to say that one.
I don't know that I've ever. I'm always excited about coming to rehearsal. I am a dork when it comes to that, because some people will be like, "Oh, we don't have to have rehearsal every Wednesday," and I'm like, "But don't you want to?" Like, I just don't understand that.
It's not just rehearsal. Like, that's the place of community for those of you guys that serve that way.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's all the times where you can like try things, like with the songs, and you can be like, well, maybe, we could freshen it up here, or if it's an older song, if it's a new song, how do we sing it so they can follow it better?
Right.
And you get a lot of feedback on it.
Absolutely. Well, we had Mother's Day yesterday.
Yeah.
We had a great day. It was a full day. Family commissioning. We had baptism, and it was Mother's Day. So talk to us about the overview of yesterday and what that just all encapsulated.
I feel like it was a great day.
It was.
We had a lot of people here, the Christian family commissioning. Typically, we have most of them that show up at 9:30. Like, families want to do the 9:30 and then they'll go do their thing. But almost all of them do Connect Group at 9:30.
Yeah.
And so it is really heavy on 11s. We had one family in the first hour, and then the rest of them were at 11. Just exciting to see that. Most of them were new parents. In fact, one couple, two different couples in the 11 o'clock, the moms are sisters.
That's cool.
And so
I didn't know that.
Lindsay and Nicole, the Halls and the Heenies, Lindsay and Nicole are sisters. And so they got to dedicate their babies who are cousins together.
Wow.
So I'm sure that was a special time for grandparents too, to get to watch that, and just a good time.
That's awesome.
The baptism, I love watching adults walk through the baptism waters and just recognizing that, one was raised Catholic and came to true understanding of the gospel later and wanted to get baptized, and his wife, who's her birthday also, and they have adult kids that traveled in, and so drove in from out of town to be there for Mother's Day and her birthday and their baptism. So that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
There was a lot. Like, I was doing quick changes in the back, and I typically wouldn't do it on a Mother's Day, but because they had adult kids coming in, it's like, it was really special to get to do that with them. So
that's really cool.
And then just the overall, I try really hard not to punt the sermon series because it just kind of drags things off. But I just felt like we need to do something different for Mother's Day, and I still hope it hit well. I mean, I had some really good follow-up conversations with people, but
for those people that weren't there, tell us what your main takeaway was for Sunday.
Well, so I went to Psalm 139 and just looking at the Psalm of David while he was on the run, dealing with just the struggles and the isolation of life and all of that. But kind of that central truth that God sees you.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what you're wrestling with, no matter where you find yourself, no matter what the challenges are of the day, whether it's good or bad, right?
Sure.
God he sees you. And I think the story, I didn't use like an extra biblical story, just tell a story. We just went back to Hagar and told her story.
Yeah.
And even in the middle of all of her stuff, just God saw her. And to name God, right? To, I saw the one who sees me. I felt like the Lord wanted people to see the one who saw them, who sees them. And so I hope it was encouraging.
It was. Well, let's ask a mom. I think there's a mom in here.
Okay.
Is there?
Lacey, tell us.
You've got like elementary to young adulthood in your girls.
Yes.
You're the only one with a boy. Like, I'm a girl dad. We got the girls. The VanDorans are all girls. You got the one token boy.
The token boy.
The token boy. Don't tell Noah that. He'll grow up thinking he's the token boy.
Anytime
he is so cute.
Anytime I say, hey, baby, how you doing? He'll be like, I'm not baby, I'm B-boy. I'm like, okay. If I'll say, hey, come on, Noah. And he'll be like, oh, wait, no, I'm big boy. I'm Noah, big boy. I'm like, okay. So it's really cute. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going to say, I love that you used that yesterday of like I always called it El Roy. That's what, but I'm from the country. So I guess that's the name that I always thought it was. How do you say it?
El Rohi.
El Rohi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was going to be my next tattoo, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
El Roy.
I've been thinking about it for about a year. Yes.
Okay.
But I was going to spell it wrong, probably. So I'm glad that I heard that
spell
message.
it the Hebrew way. You don't have to worry about phonetics when you do it the Hebrew way.
Okay, well, I'll figure that out. You can help me with that.
But when you do it, you have to say, I want El Roy right there.
I want El Roy right there.
They're just going to look at you like, what? First off, who's Roy, and why do you want that?
But honestly, as a mom, I feel like there's so many moments when the kids are little that you just feel like you're almost not alone in it, but kind of like you're not seen in and all the little mundane things that happen. And sometimes those mundane things can be really hard. Yeah. And mom guilt happens because you feel like I should be enjoying this, or I should have done this better, or you look at Facebook and I should have taken my kids to that. And it's like, I don't know. I love that passage where he talks about Hagar and just her story of being seen and her realizing that she's seen and she's not alone.
Yeah.
Because that has spoken to me.
And even knowing how it's all going to play out, like the story with Ishmael. I mean, we're in worldwide strife, politically, religiously, geographically, because of the rebellion of Abraham and Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't have that type of conflict if we didn't see really the God being faithful to his word, even despite the people, right? And so there's this whole people group who are not following the Lord, who are ascribing allegiance to Muhammad, and they track themselves back to Abraham too, but they just antithetical to the gospel and to Christ and all of that. But yet, even knowing all of the history that was going to happen, he still had such care for her. Just that's huge.
All right, so let's go to a new thing. What did you get for Mother's Day?
Okay. I got a really, really sweet gift. It was a lot of little things.
Starbucks?
It was, there was a Starbucks card in it, but I got a bog bag. I've been wanting one. Oh. Yes. And I wanted it blue, and they got me a blue one.
Nice.
And I got a blue Snackle box. Do y'all know what that is? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Snackle.
And they filled it up with all my favorite snacks.
It's like a tackle box full of snacks.
Yeah. Yes.
Those are great.
And I got chapstick, lotion, Starbucks gift card, and handwritten notes and cards.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What would you say would be some advice for moms in ministry? I think we have a lot of people that listen or watch the podcast. They go to our church, but also like some of our friends watch this. So like, what would you tell somebody that's a mom that's in ministry?
Well, even not just like full-time ministry, like we have a lot of people that serve in the church and are part of our ministry world, right?
What would you say?
I would say involve your kids. Like when you serve,
That's
take
good.
your kids as much as possible, because then they learn how to serve by not just watching you serve, but they help. Like,
That's cool. Yeah.
Because and then they get to know the people you're serving with, and
Yeah.
they see. They just see a lot of levels of church life and church family that they would not see if they did not come, like on Sunday mornings. Like I try to sign them all up. Isla's too little yet, but I try to sign them all up for something at least once or twice a year that they have to serve, like with tech or something like that. And I don't know, that I think that it is eye-opening for them.
Yeah.
Just to see and just to know more people.
So ministry is not just that thing that takes your parents away. Like May's a business meeting, family meeting month for us. And so I've got committee meetings more regular.
Yeah.
And so sometimes church is that thing that just makes daddy stay out late or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that is how they can see it. But I think it's often as you can, just like have them with you.
That's cool. We did that Friday. We did the
tell us about
we
that.
prayer walked Silverleaf. So the Bless Initiative started, Bless Silverleaf Initiative.
Yeah.
And so I'm off on Fridays. So Casey and the girls came with me, and we there's 12 different street groups on the app. So I just told the girls, said, pick a number between 1 and 12. Or 1 and 24. There's 24 street groups. I said, pick a number between 1 and 24. They said number 12. So we went to number 12. Found the streets, GPS'd it, went there, and we walked those streets. And
Very cool.
It was really cool just to get to walk around. And there's obviously different faiths represented in Silverleaf, probably on a broader scale than in Fruit Cove. There were a number of Hindu homes that we walked by, and just you can see some of the offering type things that they've got, the decorations they've got outside the front door of their home, just kind of give indication that they have a different worldview. And so we're getting a prayer walk, but also talk to my girls about what that is. And then every stop sign we stopped and prayed. And so we're going to do it every Friday. Just pick a number between 1 and 24. And by the end of the year, hopefully we'll hit all the street groups. But that was fun. It took 30 minutes to do.
Really
it wasn't
neat.
a big amount of time. And there was all their mailboxes are like together for like a unit of houses. And so we just parked in one of the guest spots by the mailbox and just walked around, got to talk to a couple people. It was good, but the girls got to be a part of it. They got to pray. We had to talk through, what are we seeing in people's houses?
Yeah.
I think Adeline thought we were like going to go knock on every door and like offer to pray for each other. And so she's like mortified. I'm like, you're praying first. And she's like, what? I meant like when we get to the first stop sign, like we'll just pray for the houses we walked by. And she thought we were going to go like door knock. So she was very relieved that we didn't.
That could be
I would have
intimidating.
been relieved too, honestly.
Madeline came home yesterday after church, and she was really excited. She's like, hey, Dad, do you know what the 3 circles are? And I was like, yeah, I do, but I want you to tell me. And she kind of walked through that with me. And
well, that's cool.
And I was like, Madeline, that's really cool. Where'd you hear that? She's like, heard it at my Connect group today. And I was able to learn how I can share the gospel with people. And I was like, that is so cool. Coming from an 8-year-old saying how she could share the gospel. And it's so easy, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes we make it so hard or so intimidating. What would be your encouragement to people if they don't know what the 3 circles are and how to share the gospel with people in their neighborhood? Maybe the Blessed Silverleaf, maybe wherever you live, just having a simple gospel conversation. What could they do? What's the first step?
Well, you got to know it, right?
Yeah.
And when you know enough of the gospel to be saved by it, I have a friend who says this, if you know enough of the gospel to be saved by it, you know enough of it to share it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have all of the pieces worked out. Like we've had strategies for as long as I can remember. I mean, faith evangelism, evangelism explosion, the Romans Road, 3 circles. I mean, the life death cards. There's all these different things that you can use, but I think you got to know it. You got to be changed by it. And probably the most meaningful thing that you have before anything else is your own story. Mm-hmm. What has God done in your life? Nobody can refute your own story. Yeah. And there are plenty of tools. Like the one that we use a lot is the 3 circles, the life evangelism. Yeah. The tool there, but there's so many different ways you can do it, but you got to know it. You got to know what Christ has done for you and be able to share your own story. I mean, if you can give your testimony in 2 minutes or less, that's the win. Yeah. And be able to just articulate the value and the hope that you have, the value you have in the gospel and the hope that you have because of what Christ has done. Yeah.
I find myself learning so much from my kids more than I feel like I'm teaching them. I know I'm teaching them stuff all the time. But it feels like it's just those God moments where they're like, hey, I learned this today. We should be doing this, or I should do this. And I'm like, yeah, awesome. Let's do that. Or let's talk about that. Like the other day, she was like, so Dad, when we die, when we go to heaven and then God brings back a new creation. And I was like, let's talk about it. So that opening those doors, and she's learning so much, just being here too, which is a huge win. Being in connect groups and hearing that and wanting to hash all that out.
I love our family ministries.
I do too.
I mean,
I really do too. Really just kind of ties back to what your message was, because we can see our kids, right, and know who they are, but they also see us. And I tried to, I don't want to say put the God complex on us, but I really, that was what was going through my mind yesterday after the message when she started talking about that. I was like, oh, I know who Madeline is, right? I see her, but she also sees me, and she's like, hey, we need to evangelize some more. That was a really cool thing for me and for God to show me that. So I know it was Mother's Day. We had a great day. We made lunch for Blair, and Madeline's like putting the dishes array and trying to help and stuff. But again, just to be able to have that moment for me was really, really cool. What was your favorite Mother's Day moment yesterday?
Favorite Mother's Day moment yesterday? Like personally or at church?
Yeah, personally.
Okay. Casey's going to die when I say this. She wanted a massage, so we got her a massage gift card.
Yeah.
She wanted a new sling bag for our trip that we're going to go in a few weeks, so we got her that and put the massage gift card in the sling bag. That was what she opened. We did dinner Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to go to Waffle House for dinner last night. So we went to Waffle House late last night. That was like
waffles have appeared
that
again.
was the exclamation point on the end of the day. But in the middle of the afternoon, we're home. I had forgotten completely that the girls and I did this, and this Amazon package shows up. And she's like, "Do you order anything from Amazon?" It's like this really thin package. I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And she's like, "Well, it's Mother's Day. I thought I would ask." I'm like, I'm not waiting on it. Just open it. She opened it. As soon as she pulled it out, I'm like, oh no. We got Casey a signed picture of Zac Efron.
Yes. That is awesome.
If I ever die and he's still single, there's a good chance she's chasing him somewhere.
No, did she squeal when she opened
it? No, but the look on her face. And then like a few minutes later, she went over to show the girls, and she's just kind of walking back through the kitchen looking at it. I think she was like tracing his signature with this. I'm like, you are fangirling this photo right now. I think I'm going to have to take it away from her. It may have been under her pillow last night. I'm not certain. So we got Casey this random sign. Like I found it on Amazon. It's just this
Blair's
little signed picture of Zac Efron. And she posted it last night in kind of a recap picture of the day. And everyone was like, I need more info on this Zac Efron photo.
That is awesome.
She has been this fangirl of Zac Efron forever. Like it's kind of, at this point, I'm used to it and I'm over it. It made me a little insecure at the beginning of our relationship.
But do you fanboy over anybody?
I don't want to answer that question.
Yeah, I think you should.
I do not really anymore. Like back when she had her original crush time on him, I had a crush on like a celebrity too. Obviously, we probably all did. But hers
just circumvented that.
Hers has not stopped. Like she's still like he was. Every time he's got a movie coming out or something, he's got some weird movies lately too. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's really funny. I mean, she almost walked away when he bleached his hair blonde for something, but he's resurfaced, and so we got him. We got her a Zac Efron signed
that
thing.
Is
and
really cool.
Just seeing her face, like she had no idea. She was so shocked and then embarrassed that she liked it so much. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this right now.
Oh man, we've got a cool Sunday coming up, graduation Sunday. Yeah. Talk to us about that. Really, y'all are both involved with that, so this is a good time to talk about it. So, what is it, and what's that going to look like?
We got 23 graduates.
That's great.
So in the service, we just invite them to be a part of it. They may do like the video announcements and be a part of worship and different things, but just it's an opportunity for us to commission them as well. We use that commissioning language a lot, and family commissioning and mission trip commissioning, but we got a bunch of graduates that are about to walk into the real world. Some are going to service. A lot of them are going to college. Some are stepping into workforce or thinking about starting families and that kind of stuff. And so we want to acknowledge them. We want to honor their families, but give them an opportunity to look towards Jesus in a focused way. And so they're going to be in both services, wearing all the regalia. It's going to be fun.
Great. We're not doing where they walk down the aisle and play the music, though, are we?
No,
they graduate now.
No public circumstances.
We used to do that.
Okay.
We try really hard, and people sometimes get upset with this, and it's just, I get to sit in the seat, so I make the call.
Sure.
But I want our worship services to stay worship services.
Right.
And so we're going to show honor where it's appropriate. We're going to acknowledge things, but I don't want to relegate too much time that should be given towards worship.
Yeah.
Well,
To the word. We get 60 minutes once a week. And
Right.
so I want to be very careful that we guard that well.
You do get to make the call, but there's a lot of us that really support that. Because we've been here when it may have been a little too much.
Sure.
Yeah. Which
Sure.
happens.
We can make services about us. And I know I made some moms awkward a little bit yesterday when I had all the women staying for such a long time. I just felt like I needed to do that.
That was a great moment.
But even then, it's like, let's acknowledge what God's doing in our lives
Right.
and through all these ladies. And in the same thing, like we're going to celebrate students that have, gone on the mission field and that have completed the missions track and what God's doing in their life and incorporating them in worship and not just platforming if we make it about them, we've missed the point, right? We show honor where honor's due, but we make the main thing about the main thing.
Yeah. So, and we've got people that are going to be singing, worshiping, that are on the platform that are part of high school and middle school worship ministry. And that's really what you are heading up. So talk to us about that. Most people may not know that you do that, but that's part of your weekly routine.
Yes. I have had the opportunity to be part of that since 2022,
Okay.
I think, or maybe before that, actually. I think... No, actually, it's 2020 because it was the year that COVID happened.
Okay.
I kind of
COVID keeps circling back up over the past couple of the memories of COVID, not COVID.
So I've gotten the chance to watch a lot of the students come through the worship and lead their own people in worship. And it's been really fun. And this weekend in particular, we have 2 of the girls on the platform came out of that and now worship and lead worship with us regularly on Sundays. And then one of them is about to graduate and she is great. And it's just really sweet to see that there is a legacy, that we are mentoring these students. And it's not just me. Like, if it was just me, it wouldn't happen. But it is all their leaders throughout the years that have encouraged them and really backed them up and taught them like what it is to be a leader. So I just think it's really fun.
It's awesome.
Very cool. We're about to end. Anything else before we wrap up here? We're going to be doing, you want to do a sneak peek of where you're headed to getting into June with your sermon series?
Yeah, so we got 3 more weeks of Exiles.
Yep.
And so finished chapter 4 this week. I'm going to stay with it. The last verse of the passage, see if I can find it, for this week, which is just kind of hits really good with our seniors. So then let those who suffer according to God's will entrust themselves to a faithful creator while doing what is good, right? Even though life's hard, we have a Lord that we can entrust ourselves to, and we can commit ourselves to still doing what is good, pursuing the goodness of God. And even like, you go back to Micah 6:8, love, mercy, do justly, walk humbly with your Lord. I butchered that verse right then, but you get the sense, right? There's this idea
the message version.
The message version. But just
It's the Fruit Cove version.
the fruit, oh Lord, the heresy. But that idea, like, you can endure stuff and still pursue goodness and godliness. And that's a good charge for our seniors. Like, we're commissioning you and you're graduating. Adulting is not easy.
Right.
It is not ever going to be easy, but we can still pursue the good things.
Sure.
And still trust the Lord in it. And so we're going to finish there, and then pretty much the rest of this month we'll land the plane. And then we get into VBS mode and all the things that are happening there. It's going to be really exciting. And then the week after VBS, so we've got all these guests that come for VBS and want to have something to invite them back to. It's Father's Day is the Sunday right after. And so on Father's Day, we launch into a new series just looking at the faith of the people in Scripture. And so we're going to go to Hebrews 11. and just walk through.
Can't wait for that.
Just Hebrews chapter 11, just kind of the hall of faith, and just looking at all these different names that the author of Hebrews points at as evidence of people that were faithful and how God used them in a neat way. And so we'll read it in Hebrews, and then we'll just go back to the Old Testament and see what God did in their life and how they landed there. So there's men listed, there's women listed. It's going to be a good. It's going to be a good survey. Really, a survey of the Old Testament is what we're going to walk through. But that starts us Father's Day. That's going to take us to Christmas. We'll have a few gaps kind of around kickoff Sunday and that kind of stuff. We'll pause, but that's the plan moving forward. Really excited about that.
We're almost to Christmas, so that's the next big thing.
Gosh. He and these holidays.
We just go straight from Christmas to Easter, and then
you have to.
January 1st, he walks into staff meeting. Easter's almost here. Like, can I please breathe? And then Easter's done. The next staff meeting, Christmas is coming. I'm like, Luke,
gotta start planning.
He's a real worship pastor. The whole life revolves around Easter and Christmas.
An email the morning after Easter from a publishing company for choral music, or it was praise charts, something like that. And it was like, Christmas is around the corner. I'm like, wow, you're worse than I am. So
they're
it's
ready to
ingrained in us. And so that's why we do that. Anything else before we head out? Anything else you want to say, Lacey? Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. No, nothing.
Hey, I just want to say thank you, because I was able to step in here so seamlessly because of all the stuff that you had worked on, all of the relationships that you have built. And I just want to publicly thank you for that. And thank you for the smooth transition. I know that can be tough sometimes, but it was such
really hard. I'm just kidding.
When you asked what her favorite day was, I was going to, the day Luke came so she didn't have to come to XLT anymore.
Well, let me just tell you, those XLT meetings were very long.
They were, but to have your voice in there, though, even that, like to what he's saying, it was a unique season, but it was a really good season.
Yep.
And God did a lot of refining in us as a church during that season.
Well, I really appreciated that season, but I really felt like there was, right before Luke got here, I felt the heaviness of it all of a sudden. Like the Lord allowed me to feel that. So I was so excited you were coming. Yes. Yeah. You're baby.
Exactly right.
But it's also, you were an answer to prayer in a lot of ways for all of us, but especially for our team. Like, we love that you are not overly controlling. Sure. You're fun. You're like down to earth.
Overly.
No, but you're not. Like you listen to ideas and you try to freshen up old songs, and I don't know, it could have gone a lot differently with somebody else. So
she knows. Really she heard the debrief on some of the people we talked to in those 2 years.
We gotta get one. And then there was moments where I was like, yeah, just get whoever. Yeah. But
that's awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I feel like, I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you. But let me just say one thing. I appreciate both of you in that we don't want to have a church, and I've pressed our staff as we bring new people on since I've been here. We don't want people that just come and do what everybody else is doing, or just repeating what's happening down the street. Like we want to have a team that's helping our church, not just be consumers of things, but be producers of things and be speaking into the greater church life. And so, I mean, this podcast is the result of worship ministry saying, "Hey, let's do something." The Cove Worship. Yeah. And, the Revive song that you wrote that we were able to adopt within our church rhythm, but then the Made for More album that y'all put out from the worship night, just producing stuff and providing things for the church. Are there any
more things to come?
Is there anything in the works from you two? I don't even know.
We have ideas. We don't know where the Lord's taking it quite.
Yeah. Okay.
Yet, but we...
If you ever want to know where the creatives work at our church, just go walk around the worship area corner. It's
a scary place sometimes.
They're scheming a lot over there.
It can be.
That's how we're thinking about Christmas, and we're just always working towards the next thing. All right, we're out of time. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on here. First time. Wasn't too bad, right?
It was pretty nerve-wracking. I'll be honest.
So this was episode 18.
Wow.
18 weeks in a row we've done this. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Tell them bye, Lacey.
See y'all later.